Please, sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface.
What's happening? I'm fine.
Let's go ask the Duke. Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two. Is there something you wish?
Yeah, what was with the earthquake?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides,
So the fortress is okay?
if you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of it.
You've got a point. By the way...
I believe today is this.
Wait, seriously?
Ah, yes.
Yep. It's you two. Are you leaving? That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But now that Paimon's... Oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place now. Well, then be sure to come back and visit. I'll miss you.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go.
You're not going to...
I knew you'd ask.
Well, you actually agreed. No worries.
Ah, so you do have a
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're... Yeah, don't worry. We'll come back to see you. Paimon really likes the captain.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to... Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Meripede is finished. We should probably go report to him now. You're going to see Monsieur Nervillette?
I'm sure just your regards will... You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terrible.
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Apology. Excuse me. Would you mind helping me? I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here.
Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot is... Nervillette!
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment. In the meantime, please, have a seat. If...
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish.
All right. That should...
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Meripede.
That's right. And we came here to... Do you have any idea what...
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary... A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that child is...
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? And is he okay?
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself. Yes? What is it?
Oh, right. We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson...
The water levels rose?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time and have already returned to normal now. However, if the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be...
Navi Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on...
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plan. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first.
There's no time to lose. Let's get going.
Please be careful. The two of you have my thanks.
Oh no. What happened here? Navia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still... We haven't seen a single soul all the way here. Oh, this is getting...
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's some...
Just stay put! We're coming up! Watch your balance!
All right. I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own?
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
My leg! How could this have happened? It hurts!
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my...
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly...
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety.
He's wounded?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified.
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
All right. You'll... I'm sorry. Right. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded on an aqueduct. The rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some... The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot of... The water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our...
How awful. And all...
It was quite frightening indeed. I only...
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment.
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle! We've got a situation here!
Sorry. I need to go for now.
And off she goes. Seems it might...
Okay, the wounded are being tended to, and we finished a preliminary... Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue Traveler. Paimon?
Huh? Right now.
Thank you. Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation...
Right. That's how things are now.
Navia? Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver... They won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still... They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave, and I've known them for so long. And I know they weren't afraid. I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just... gone.
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here...
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps...
How could Master ever be upset with you? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not?
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious. That way, it will save us both the trip to see each other whenever...
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered...
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes...
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well...
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, Malus and Silver have helped me. I'm so...
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia.
Thank you. By the way, you can have a look at this.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny, Francine, Karina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Julianne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe.
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And the overall outcome indicates that the cost...
Right! Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the... Malus and Silver were not the price for saving and...
You're right. What you said just now was pretty amazing.
Oh,
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
the knave?
Is everything going well on...
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and as for these supplies, we have everything taken care of.
Thank you. Very.
Wait, do you two know
We just met recently.
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. But that doesn't quite fit this time. Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed—
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was not. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful. As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that.
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did— As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for others' salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now, there's nothing more suitable. They really did become heroes.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia. Water is life to Fontaine's people.
So, you're one who—
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take. By the way, traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just...
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use. Traveler, I'm sure you remember. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the fortress of Maripede's sleuth. Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received during some recent investigations. A child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times. Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will... My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly.
So that's...
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been... Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they... Which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you. I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their...
Oh! That's somehow...
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right?
Excuse me, but may I tag...
You wish to join?
But are you sure you're up to exploring?
Well, I'm sad, yes. But there's no point in being depressed while we... Besides, I'm also doing this for myself.
Since you put it that way, I have no objection. All right. The ruins are to the...
Okay, the three of us will handle...
You called?
Can I go catch up on... these the ruins that...
They seem to be pretty ancient.
Let's go in and...
Just be careful.
Evil shall be dispersed. Useless.
There is no escape!
The wind knows me. Into the wind. Disappear! Here! Worthless! Water jet! Water jet! Nana Kundala.
Floor here isn't safe. This place has also been contaminated.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be... don't get Paimon wrong. We're not...
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you. That complicates things.
In that case,
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise. So, I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
All right. Come... Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side.
There's something wrong with this bridge! Run!
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come?
Maybe she just wants some time to herself.
Oh.
Yes, it...
That's quite possible. However...
Oh, right. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. This is a familiar feeling, yet...
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our...
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes. I remember now.
Oh? Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too. It's good to see all of you.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, they were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor...
Sometimes force is required.
That's right.
Oh, yes. What, Miss Navia? These are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. I don't know what we would have done without your...
Did you cultivate them yourself? Thank you.
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for...
Very well.
Wait. Excuse me, madam. If I'm... That's right. No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but you're... I've heard this name before. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time, demoiselle.
Huh? We do...
Well, now...
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to...
My trial? Wait,
Yes, she's right, demoiselle. It's just about time now.
Oh?
Look, it's Navia! She's...
And her two attendants are with her! Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly... excited about something. I even know Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. Why are so many people here? And why do I have no recollection of this case? And as for the judge... huh?
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right, but...
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but today...
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on, do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering!
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor. The head. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late master. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates. Nearly everyone in the Spina di Rasula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped so many people get through so many difficulties. We are one big family, all of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. And with you being so important, we couldn't possibly do without you. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here. You...
Huh? Everything you have said is correct.
Ah, well, if that's what...
How wonderful, Miss No...
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now. Yes.
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's...
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Joinville, you only know of Nav...
She was born a free and independent spirit.
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she... Please do not mistake her actions.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. This is the nation of justice. Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return. Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro. And in the end, now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We...
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. You are... Have you forgotten how much you all once longed?
Do you mean to defy our...
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I... And that is how we would...
My head...
Demoiselle!
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. I remember now. Everything that seemed... Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority. Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses!
He says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us!
Miss Navia, she...
Silence!
That's... Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense, and cannot... The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objection.
Our thanks.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place.
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that...
Malus... Silver...
Quickly, you must come.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive.
It looks like you're all...
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare?
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling... You were just about to be dissolved within, but I... I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retreat. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your conscious...
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vash?
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids were the people you saw.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing so...
Please come with me.
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right.
Why do you look so stiff up? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing.
I merely thought that we should give no...
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more awkward to call us over?
I suppose so. Ah, Sigewinne. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work...
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Sigewinne would need a lot of time.
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Sigewinne made him do that.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. So, Neuvillette, you're...
Yes, of course.
This isn't going anywhere.
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had...
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we...
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
Oh, right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
One with nature. The wind knows me.
Go!
Dada Kundala.
Oh no, another unstable path. Watch your step. Watch out! There are rocks falling over here!
As one with wind and cloud. One with nature. The wind knows me.
Seems we're almost at the top. Keep it up!
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds.
There is no escape!
Evil conquering. Here. Useless. Boring. Worthless. Here. The wind knows me.
Water jet! Water jet!
Dada Kundala.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden space.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Stone slates. It seems like they were put here as an offering.
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
The surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see.
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for—
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated. And there's—
And is that Lady Farina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
And is that a ring of people around her?
The fourth image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the—
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping. More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it, most likely due to us missing the first slate.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette. Deciphering—
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just— This says that it's the history of the future, right?
I really hope it does.
Still, Paimon feels like these—
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third? Were the Hydro Archon herself?
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image...
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies.
Did she herself commit that sin? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents...
But who would have created these slates?
It seems that any further clues will have to come from...
In that case, there's no time to lose.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.